I apologize to you guys for not posting a video last week. I was on a 1.5 week vacation and I was out of town, and I had tried to upload a video and schedule it for last week, but it didn't turn out the way that I wanted it to. Somehow the upload didn't work out. So instead of a May favorites, I decided to do how do I say it? A travel favorites. And so I'm just going to show you a couple of things that I had traveled with over the past week and a half or so, and these are things that I had enjoyed using, that I found really handy, and that made my trip pretty easy to travel with or whatever. So here we go. So my very first travel favorite item is a beauty blender type of dupe sponge, and I picked this up at Marshall's. You can also find them at TJ Maxx, and I found out about this through Shante Marie. Again, I apologize for mispronouncing your YouTube name, but as you can see, mine is pretty dirty and there's a little bit of a tear here, but I just love how this flawlessly applies my foundation. And I use this a lot of the times. It just shears it out and it distributes the product evenly. I still enjoy using my Real Techniques expert face brush, but when I'm not using that for foundation, I'm using this for foundation, and it's been super duper easy. I like how you can use this part of the sponge to distribute product all over, or you can use this bit for your under eye concealer, and it works amazingly with two concealers that I've been loving as well. And speaking of concealers, I have to mention that I traveled with this Maybelline Instant Age Rewind Eraser Dark Circle Treatment Concealer. I've mentioned this in a favorites before, but this was a great travel favorites, especially when I've been feeling tired or jet lagged. I just pop this underneath my eyes and then I pat it with a damp sponge, and it looks flawless. Makes me look brighter and more awake, and I love the pairing of these two products. I am almost out of this, and so luckily I have another one backed up for use. So another travel favorite item or items that I like to have is one neutral or natural looking lip color and a dramatic lip color. That way I can change up my lip look, and I like to find colors that I can blend together if I want to go for something in between. And the two colors that I had picked out for this trip was my Maybelline Color Whisper in Made It Mauve, and my Vincent Longo lipstick that I'd received from a glossy box, and this is a bright red in the shade Americana. And so here is what the Vincent Longo lipstick looks like in the bullet, and I'll have a swatch somewhere along here. And over here is the Maybelline Made It Mauve lipstick in Z-Tube, and I'll have a swatch somewhere on either side of the screen. So those were the two lip colors that I had packed and that have been my favorite for this trip. When it comes to mascaras, I like to grab whatever trial size or sample size item that I had either received for free as a sample, or things I'd received in like some beauty subscription box. And so I didn't need to bring two of these, but I did bring two of them. One of them is the Sumptuous Extreme Lash Multiplying Volume Mascara in Extreme Black, and this is by Estee Lauder. I got this in a glossy box. And the other is my Pop Beauty mascara that I got in an Ipsy bag. And out of the two, I actually prefer the Estee Lauder one. Sometimes the Pop Beauty formula is a little too wet and messy for me, but it's mascara and I like to use what I have. When it comes to eyebrows, I'll bring something that's really quick and makes my brows look polished and whatnot, and so my eyebrow item of choice is the Anastasia Tinted Brow Gel. I've mentioned this in a favorites video. I believe I mentioned this in last month's favorites video, but this is definitely a travel favorite item. I have three more items that I would like to feature in my travel favorites. So the first one is Benefit's Hervana Blush, and it's this gorgeous swirl of mauve and berry and like a baby pink. It's super flattering. It's great for any time of day. Now the packaging isn't the most convenient, but I feel like it's the most versatile blush at the moment for me. When it comes to eye makeup, I took the Naked 2 palette by Urban Decay, and it took me a while to get around to purchasing this product, but I do not regret it at all. I feel like it's so versatile, the colors are so pigmented, and the brush is pretty decent actually. It's great for either sweeping on or packing on the color, and you've got this diffuser slash blender end, which works great at putting color into your crease. I've used this to create so many looks, from like a natural looking daytime look to a more like sophisticated evening look for a wedding reception while I was on this trip. And the huge mirror is a big help and a major plus. And did I mention that this case is more durable than, like, say, I don't know. This case is super durable, which is a major plus because I don't want to have to worry about my makeup like getting smushed or smashed or anything. So I have been enjoying this as a travel makeup eye kit. And when it comes to face products, the very last item that I had packed for this trip and that I really enjoyed using is the How to Look the Best at Everything kit, and this is by Sephora. This is not by Sephora. This is by Benefit, and it can be found at Sephora. And I just feel like it's got a nice variety of face products. So if you want to go for something that's super natural, no fuss, you can just swipe on this like full coverage powder foundation. It's not totally full coverage, but you get a decent amount of coverage to even out the skin tone. If you want a little bit more coverage, you can use your Boing concealer with the powder or by itself. And if you want to go full coverage, then you can use the Professional and Hello Flawless foundation. And I love to use my beauty blender or beauty sponge thing with this foundation. And so, like, I feel like you can go from having like sheer to natural look to a full coverage dramatic look. And it comes in again in a very durable case. It's not like super space saving. It would be more space saving if I was able to like depot this powder, but I had some major troubles and I kind of cracked it. But I do like that this box is a great way to protect these products. So that is all for my travel makeup favorites. And if you have any like comments or advice on how to pick out or pack your makeup so that it's travel friendly, I would greatly appreciate it. I've always loved watching, you know, what people bring with them to travel for certain periods of time. And I realized that, you know, I brought quite a bit more products than most people would, but this was like a 1.5 week trip, and so I kind of wanted to have my bases covered as opposed to having something for just like a brief weekend. But if you want to see something that's more suitable for like a quick weekend getaway, when you're thinking about like travel stuff, just let me know. Thanks for watching. Bye.